Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring, and a very special video to celebrate two very special occasions. First of all, on the 17th of May 2021, I will be celebrating my 13th wedding anniversary. I can't believe I've survived this long. Secondly, my channel has recently passed 6,000 subscribers, which is a monumental achievement for me and something I'm very proud of, and so what better way to celebrate that than to talk about HeroQuest. Now, some people might think this is a silly channel about board games and toy soldiers, but today I am setting the record straight, because this is a channel where we aren't afraid to ask the hard-hitting questions. And today's question is, where the heck is Morcar? Subscribers to my channel, or anybody who has even casually glanced at my content, will know that I am a huge fan of HeroQuest, a dungeon crawling classic from MB Games in association with Games Workshop. Most people know of the game, but there's one thing that still confuses many people, even fans, and that's the true visage of the evil sorcerer Morcar. And no, this isn't it. First things first, we should probably clarify who Morcar is. When HeroQuest came out in the UK, the main villain was named Morcar. However, when HeroQuest made it to America, many elements were changed, and Morcar had become Zargon. Regardless of his name, this is the role that the dungeon master or evil player assumes. This is the person in charge of all the traps and monsters, the big bad, whose evil machinations the heroes must thwart, and as such his presence is a looming shadow over the game. However, for all his menace and power, Morcar never appears in the game itself. The heroes fight other named enemies, such as the Witch Lord, and a legion of powerful wizards in the UK-exclusive Wizards of Morcar expansion, but they never face Morcar himself. This was probably an intentional ploy to create the sense of an evil puppet master who oversees all these plots but is perpetually beyond the hero's grasp. The problem with Morcar never making an appearance in the game is there is some confusion over his appearance. A lot of people think this is Morcar. It is not. That's Mentor. So who's Mentor? He's Morcar's mirror image, the kind wizard who guides the heroes to their challenges and does what he can to support their endeavours. Nobody plays Mentor, and just like Morcar, he never makes an appearance on the game board. As an aside, just how lovely and special is that setup? How interesting is it that the heroic players are effectively pawns, being manipulated in a battle between two wizards who are so far beyond the understanding of mere mortals, they never even have to manifest themselves physically on the tabletop. It's just beautiful, exciting, thought-provoking storytelling. I'm trying to think of another game that pits two larger-than-life characters against each other, and then has the players adopting the role of foot troops, struggling in a series of battles that make up only a fraction of the greater war. After all, our plucky barbarian and his friends are like Sam and Frodo, sneaking in dark places while massive battles rage and the Emperor does everything he can to stem the endless tide of Morcar's enemies. I can't think of any other board game that has this kind of setup. Nothing is immediately springing to mind. Shout at me in the comments with your best answers. Regardless, at this point, there are probably people shaking their heads. Nope, that's Morcar, they're thinking. But it really isn't. One of Mentor's identifying traits is he holds Lore Tome, a magical book that lets him see everything that's ever happened and everything that will happen. He's depicted on the DM screen scrying with the book and seeing the hosts of Morcar through the ethereal mists. Of course, he's also positioned overlooking the board, studying the movements of his brave students as they explore the dungeon, while behind him looms the terrifying form of Morcar, the true puppet master in control of everybody's fate. That would be one of your mates, studying one of the maps in the HeroQuest quest book. If you're still not convinced, check out the HasLab crowdfunding page for Hasbro's reboot of HeroQuest. One of the time-exclusive bonuses for backing the campaign was a Mentor miniature. Look familiar? Still not convinced? Then check out the HeroQuest Marvel Winter Special published in 1991. This awesome little magazine was packed with content, including a new adventure, rules for some enemies like Skaven, which had previously appeared in White Dwarf magazine, a painting guide, and an exciting comic book. It's the comic that shows our heroes gathered in Mentor's library, and we can see Mentor guiding them on a new quest. Interestingly, we can see him literally guiding them. He has a HeroQuest board set up on his desk, and he moves little figures of the characters around it, much like the gods do in the classic fantasy movie Clash of the Titans. But, if the old guy with the white hair is Mentor, what does Morcar look like? He isn't this guy, that's the Witch Lord, or I guess, sometimes Sir Ragnar. There are some pictures of evil-looking wizards in the HeroQuest rules book, but I'm pretty sure they were selected more for the mood and aesthetic than as representations of any in-game characters. I spent quite a lot of time looking for an official picture of Morcar online, and I only found 2 sources. The first is the opening animation for the Amiga computer game. He looks like one of the goblins from Trolls 2. The second is that HeroQuest Marvel Winter Special. There, he's depicted in several panels as a cloaked, shadowy figure who can't quite decide if he's Mum-Ra or Skeletor. He watches the heroes in a scrying pool, casts spells on them, and even gets his own "I'll get you next time, He-Man" moment at the end. Now, do either of these images reflect exactly what the designers had in mind, or are they the result of artists who had no other source material just coming up with something themselves that felt right? I don't know. As I said, I couldn't find any other images, and to the best of my knowledge there was never an official Citadel miniature for the character either. Which, I guess, brings me to the last point I want to make. Hasbro are making a Mentor miniature. Seems unfair they aren't making one for Morcar. I guess he has to remain the mysterious, shadowy, intangible threat. Or does he? As I trawled through the internet, I did find this lovely old Hammer style miniature on the Lead Plague blog. This isn't an official miniature, but it was sculpted as part of a range for an event called Bring Out Your Lead, which is the leading old Hammer event in the UK, taking place every summer, excepting 2020 for obvious reasons. I'll throw a link to the official site in the video description for anybody who would like to check it out. This miniature is clearly styled on Morcar's appearance from the Marvel comic strip, and I guess represents the best and only unofficially unofficial rendering of Morcar as a physical threat for the heroes to face in battle. Is it Morcar's true visage? I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to know. But I do know I want one of these miniatures. And I guess that's it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping me to reach 6,000 subscribers. And thank you so much for every like, share and comment. Speaking of which, if you have liked this video, please consider pressing that like button. If you really like the video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so. And hopefully, I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.